And today with us on Showbiz India Celebrity Profile, it is indeed a pleasure to welcome the lovely Neha Dhupia. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about the reason you're here for the celebrations here tonight and the India's Independence Day celebrations tomorrow.
Yes. Well, I've just landed in and I'm here for Siva, and I'm here to celebrate India's independence, and what better way can we celebrate it? I'm, traveled half the world, still come back, and it's nice to see people from our own country here, and it's for a great cause, and that's the reason I'm here, India's independence.
So speaking about India, I thought it'd be fun to have a little pop quiz with you.
So soon, before the interview started, you said, okay, we're going to do this, and then we're going to have a little chat, and then finally we're going to have the pop quiz at the end of it. So why don't we do this? Why don't we have the quiz right at the end? Because as soon as I finish, I can walk out of here, because I won't be ready to show my face to anyone.
Oh, no. All right, you call the shots, so we'll go with the interview first, and then we'll end with the pop quiz.
Lovely.
So tell me about your background. Your father, of course, was in the Navy.
That's right.
And tonight, Siva is also a part of the armed forces, so that must be nostalgic for you and your family.
Well, it is, and also that it's really nice to have my parents here. It was really nice of them to have extended the invitation to my parents as well. And it's about the armed forces, and every time, this is weird, but I don't even feel I'm away from Bombay, because it's amongst the same kind of culture and the same people, and it's a different world out there, when it comes to the armed forces. And it's nice to meet everyone who walks and talks the same way and reminds you of your childhood, because you've grown up there. But yeah, it's special, definitely special. And I'm glad that I'm really happy that I'm here.
So were you a disciplined child?
Do I look like I was? I wouldn't be an actor if I was a disciplined child. I would have been a doctor or an engineer somewhere, and then, what sort of a question is that?
Well, because from the armed forces, generally people are real disciplinarians.
You've got to have a certain kind of discipline in every walk of life to, reach a certain stage. Yes, definitely, for sure. But there were a couple of things that weren't that disciplined. But then again,
what were they?
All work and no play. I didn't want to be a dull girl.
So it was all play and no work.
No. It was just the fine balance.
What kind of a person were you as a student? What decided in your mind that you wanted to, go into this glamour world? How did that happen?
Well, I never thought even for a day that I would end up becoming an actress, and now that I'm here, I can't imagine being anyone else or being in any other profession. But when you're younger, and when you're always working towards, at least a couple of years ago when you were in school and college, you're always working towards becoming, everything that's got something to do with your books, so it's intellectually inclined in a certain way, because that's what school teaches you. And likewise for me, I wanted to become, a foreign service officer for some reason. I've always wanted to take it one step ahead from where, my father was in the defense services. So it was just an extension of that. And that's what I wanted to do. But here I am.
So what was that defining moment that changed your mind?
Well, definitely, I was doing theatre in Delhi, and I was just doing it for fun. Just one of those things that you involve yourself in, apart from school and studies. And someone offered me to, click a couple of photographs for me, and then I went ahead and did like a music video. And then it was shot in Mauritius, which is an island out of India. It's a beautiful country. And I was like, okay, then I came back. The music video was on air, and I got to shoot with a band of boys, which was great. I got to travel to Mauritius and back free of cost. And for all of this, I got paid, and I was just like, this is great, you get all this fun, you get to be famous, and you get to be rich at the same time. So I was like, okay then, let me do this. And I gave it a shot, I just went with the flow. And I went ahead, I filled up my forms for Miss India, I won that, and I came back and I got involved in the movies. And it's just been one step at a time, but I've been really, I would say, I've been taking it easy. I've been going with the flow, not rushing into anything, and it's been fun.
So you had no absolute thing from home, coming from an absolutely non-filmy background.
Yeah.
Was it difficult for you to convince your parents that this was the path you had chosen?
Well, my parents were very supportive, and I think the biggest support I got from them was the fact that they weren't interfering, because you have a lot of parents who can get extremely pushy and then come in the way of things and tell you this is what you're supposed to do. And I think the most creditable thing for my parents, which no parent can do, is to let their child free and then see, how, what the child ends up doing with himself or herself. And this is where, going back to your earlier question, what's it like to be an armed forces child? I think this is where the discipline comes in, because all these years, somewhere at the back of your mind, you have that discipline, and you want to do things just because your parents have set you out. You want to do things just to make sure that you do them right. And that's what I did. I went ahead and I joined Bollywood, and I'm okay now. I just think I feel somewhere down the line I've not let them down, or and the fact that they support me every day with everything I do, whether it's right or wrong, I know that they're there for me, is the best thing.
Walking down memory lane with you, what was that feeling like for a young girl to wear that Miss India crown?
Well, it was scary. The confetti blast was really loud for one. No, apart from that, on a more serious note, it was a far bigger responsibility than I thought. And I think, there's this book which one of the contestants from Miss India, Miss World, some girl has written, it's called, So What Have You Done for the World? I don't know if you've heard about it. I read that book, and it talks about how it's just not about wearing the crown, it's about doing so much more. It's way beyond looking prettier, which of course I think is the toughest thing to do in our profession, is to look good all the time. And it comes with a lot of responsibility. And likewise, it did provide me with a platform to go ahead and do the things I wanted to do, because it is a very, very large contest in our country, and people, it adds a lot of meaning to being in the glamour world if you win the crown.
And that you think that made it obviously a lot easier for you to make that transition into Bollywood?
Well, it was a stepping stone. Nothing's easy. I don't think it's easy at all. If you have to be in Bollywood, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot that you need to prove yourself every day. You need to prove yourself with every film. You need to prove yourself with every release of yours. And very little room, because there's so many people out there now, there's very little room for mistakes. So what you need to do is, like you said, was it easy? I don't think it was not that easy, because coming from a country like India, there's no dearth of beautiful women there, but you've got to make sure that you've got to have that little something extra to do it.
What about facing the camera? What was that feeling like?
Funnily enough, I've never had any experience, but it's never been that much of a trouble, or it's not been, it's never been a nerve-wracking experience.
So when you're choosing a script, what is your criteria that you decide that you're going to be doing some scripts? Because you've done some bold work early in your career.
It's just what you need at a certain point in time, like, that you need to come in. So I wanted to debut with a big hero, so it was Ajay Devgan, and then you want to go ahead and do some work which takes you to a different standard or a different level. So for women to do bold roles then was a big deal, and now of course I've come to saying that there's no way that I'm going to do anything, and now I'm doing the real commercial masala stuff, whether it was Garam Masala or whether it was Kya Cool Hai Hum, or movies like that, or Chup Chup Ke. And that's when I wanted to do the whole masala bit, and now my aim is to work with good directors. There's always a phase in your career where you want to do certain things. Sometimes you want to work for good music, or you want to work with good directors, or you want to work with bigger banners. So it's just about understanding that in the next 6 months, what is the stuff you need to churn out for the audience, or what's lacking in the previous set of films that you've done, which will take you a step further. And you've got to understand that more than anything else. And script, story, very important, because now the audience is way too intelligent. You can't fool them. You can't give them anything, and they're not buying it. They're not going to buy any any more Andha Kanoons and Patthar Ke Phool, which were great films. But now, try showing it to the audience, they're not going to buy it. So you've got to move ahead, whether it's the Yash Chopras, or whether it's the Suraj Barjatias, or whether it's anybody who, even if it's offbeat cinema, it is moving in a different direction.
You mentioned that you weren't going to do bold cinema anymore. As a woman of today, I thought that was great, that you had conviction and you followed through. Why did you change your mind?
Because it is I thought that, to an extent, when you do a film like that, it's unadulterated cinema. And I looked at it like that. Unfortunately, the people who say it, that's the media who gives you a pat on your back, the next time around, if your film doesn't work, they're the same set of people who turn around and say that, oh, it's not working for her anymore. And I just felt that as an actress, more than anything else, it's not about not sticking to the fact that it's the woman of today. I still am going to be, doing roles which project the woman of today, whether it's the housewife, the homemaker, or somebody who's a sex worker. Everyone's the woman of today. But I think more importantly, it's about being an actress. And what's the fun of being an actress if you can't do different things every morning? You've got to wake up and say, okay, today I'm going to be playing a dentist, and you've got to wake up the next morning and say, okay, today I'm going to be playing somebody who's 83 years old. So that's the fun about being an actress.
You're very young in the profession still, you have a long way to go, but out of the small body of work that you've left behind, which is perhaps some of the closest to your heart, your favorite role?
I would say out of the released work, I would say definitely Julie and this film called Chup Chup Ke, which just released some time ago. I had a great time doing it, so definitely those two.
If you were to choose one pro and one con of your profession, what would it be on top of your list?
Pro is definitely, the good thing about our profession is that it teaches you so much, and I would choose more than one. And the fact that you're out there, you're responsible for yourself and all the people you look up to, the fact that you get to face the camera every day, the fact that you get to travel every day, every time, and it's excessive traveling, and the things you can do and the places you see, you wouldn't get to do in any other profession, that too free of cost. And the con definitely would be the expectation people have out of you. It's it tires me. I think the most tiring thing about our profession is the fact that we need to and we have to look a certain way. You would know that. You look gorgeous, but it is a responsibility. The fact that your body's supposed to look right, and your face and your hair. Come on, give me a break. I've just taken a 36-hour flight. But there you go. I'm somebody who's very honest, and I think it's important to just come out in the open with it, that this is what I am, and I wish that somewhere, like cigarette smoking on camera is banned, I hope makeup gets banned. Sabki asliyat saaf ho jayegi.
Oh, you look very, very lovely.
Thank you.
Now let's get to the pop quiz.
Oh no, back again to the pop quiz. This pop quiz. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I gotta go. They called me.
She's been a sport. There's some simple questions. Listen, most of them I didn't know the answer to either.
No, I think I know the answer, but it's just so way back. Yeah, come on.
Okay. Well, we'll start off with the year India won their independence, got their independence.
Okay, this one's gonna be easy. 1947.
Got it. You'll be surprised how many people don't get that.
Yeah? Give me the answers first.
Okay. It'll be easy, trust me.
No. Give me the answer.
I have to give you a hint. Okay, what is India's national fruit?
I don't even know that. Mango? What is it?
Yeah, you got it. See, that's what I said. I can't give it to you. This is fun. See, you know more than you're letting on.
Be careful, they're having a pop quiz here.
Oh, jeez.
Except she's hearing all the answers.
I'm actually downstairs.
No, you actually are here for the pop quiz. You're not going to know all the answers.
I'll give you a different set of questions.
Yeah, there you go.
Level 2.
Level 2. Okay. So you got that. You're 2 out of 2 so far.
Okay.
What is our national animal?
Our national animal is tiger.
Yes, the Bengal tiger.
The Bengal tiger, okay.
See? Mm-hmm. Now if you have to, come on, miss 1 or 2 now. Right?
Where's my goodie bag?
Yeah, there you go. We'll get you one for sure.
All right.
Okay, what is our national sport?
I know. Hockey, yeah. Hockey is the one. Yeah. I was just going to say hockey. Yeah, it's hockey. I know.
Okay, then just one more question. What are the 2 board games that were invented from India?
I'm quite sure. No, chess wasn't, was it?
Yeah,
chess?
it is.
Second board game, what is it? Card? What? No, board game, right? It can't be Scrabble. What are the board games I play? Carrom board?
Carrom board?
Carrom board?
No.
Okay, wait. I want to answer this one. This is really interesting. What is the other board game I know? Scotland Yard for sure has been invented from India. Ludo, snakes and ladders.
Snakes and
Oh,
ladders.
nice one.
See, you got all of them. Well, thank you
Nice
so
one.
much for being a sport.
Thank you very much.
Great
It's been a
having you,
pleasure.
and we'll talk to you soon again.
All
hopefully.
right. I'll see you soon.